I wouldn't say that men sucked if I didn't experience that in the past.
If we take your position to its logical conclusion, somebody who is like severely racist can say, because I had bad experience with this racial group, I can be racist. What you're telling me now is you've had bad experiences with men. That doesn't give you justification to map that on to an entire race, or in this case, to an entire gender.
I don't know. I feel like it makes sense to apply that to the rest of your life, or to the rest of the population.
You're going to have to be consistent, though. If a white person can tell you, I've had 65% of this racial group, I've had bad experience with them, based on your metric, you're going to have to say your racism is fine. Where you and me differ is I would say that's wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it's correct to like be a white person and say I've had like 65% horrible experience with this discriminated race, and then
why is it okay for women then to do it?
So we mature faster than men. It is a known fact.
If you say so.
Even at the adolescent stage, and even when we're in our 20s and our 30s, like our mindset is usually not the same, right? So women tend to like, you give a woman, she'll make a house a home, you know what I mean? So
Stop that.
yeah, I'm just saying.
Women ain't making no house, no goddamn home.
I promise you.
Maybe your grandmothers and those the great grandmothers, like
The
these
right
women
woman.
today.
The
they
right
ain't do-
woman.
Well, see, now you putting everybody in one category.
So the right woman.
We can't sit here and say women are old, much more mature, but when it comes to older men and younger women, the maturity seems to go out the window. Or maybe men are more mature. That's why they can deal with older women. Like it's one or the other. We can't sit here and say women are mature if y'all always getting finessed by the older men, while the younger men, they're not getting as finessed. Are they more mature? That's why they can handle the older women, and the younger women are not as mature. That's why they keep getting finessed by the older men. Like I don't know.
Like the YNs is finessing the older women though, right?
Are they more mature?
I'm fucking with you. I'm staying in your crib.
How about a male celebrity who's a 9?
Maybe like Glenn Powell.
Anybody else who
Ryan Gosling.
So just to be clear, your league is Ryan Gosling and Glenn Powell.
I guess I've dated men that are as attractive as them.
You dated men who were just as attractive as Ryan Gosling.
Yes, I
And
have.
Glenn Powell. Nick, do you have a photo of Glenn Powell? So, and also like the body too, like that
Yes.
physically fit, like top
Yes.
1% male.
Yes, I have dated men like that.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm aware. I'm overweight right now. My dear, you're overweight.
I'm aware of that.
How could you be a 9?
Because I'm not always overweight, just because I'm...
You're currently overweight. You said
Okay.
I'm currently a 9.
Okay.
I would argue you're more attractive than Glenn Powell and less attractive than Ryan Gosling, right?
Well,
my point
she's
here,
more attractive
than Glenn Powell, yes, genuinely 100%. I pinky promise you. Now, what I'm saying here is I wouldn't.
They're always saying that women are so complicated, and this confuses me because we're really not. We literally want to do what you want to do, but we just want you to pick it. You pick, you choose, you make decisions. We go along with whatever it is you choose. And if we don't want to, we'll tell you, I don't really want to do that. And then guess what? You pick again. You choose, you make decisions. And then eventually you'll start to learn where are the places that the first time she goes, yeah, let's go there. And where are the places where she goes, I don't really want to go there. You learn where those places are, and then you pick those things. We just want you to lead. Why are we making decisions? I don't want to make decisions. That's your job. I'm just supposed to follow you wherever you go. Quit asking me what I want. You ask what I want you to make a decision. That's what I want. I don't want to even be in the conversation of what's going on. I just want to get in. Okay. That's what I want.
Do women really like bad guys?
Man, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, my life would be so much easier if I just liked nice guys, right? If I liked guys who were honest, guys who were kind, generous, thoughtful man who's gonna bring me flowers or something, I don't know. You know, I liked guys who just went out of their way and thought about me. The bare minimum. If I just liked guys who gave me the bare minimum, that would be awesome. But I am a little bit more below than that, right? I like liars. I do. I'm gonna admit it. I like men who are men who are going to treat me like I do. I like men who are going to go out of their way to make me jealous. And then they come back and I'm like, babe, why'd you do that? I like to feel something because I'm a pretty happy person, pretty peaceful person on my own. So when I have a guy come in and f up my life and make me feel something, I'm like, I love this. I love this. This is so and great. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Okay, I didn't ask for this life. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. Okay, I didn't ask my dad to leave. He just did.
Step on the scale. I get ton of comments from women, ton of DMs from women telling me I'm a bad guy for what I do. No, you know who's the bad guy in the story? It's you. It's you for judging guys that check every box on your list besides the height requirement, and you freaking reject them. You know what's unfair? When we judge based on weight and women over here get offended. Like, we're judging you based on something you could change. Go to the gym, get healthy. We can't. Just because they're short people doesn't mean they're unhealthy. They check every box for you best husband material guys, and you reject them based on their height. That's unfair. You guys are the villain. You guys are the bad guys. We're not the bad guys.
Yo.
She says she wanna do it.
Say it, we good.
Listen. Listen.
You're gonna beat up females?
I never said that.
Okay, so please, when you watch the video, pay attention very well. He did tap the guy and he said, we're good. He did say it in a calm manner. You know what the problem is? The girl. He's wrong for yelling and screaming because if your girl doesn't want to listen to you, Papa, that's not your girl. She's everybody's. You probably should just leave. This is the one thing that I always fail to understand why women are so stupid. I'm sorry, I'm calling it for what it is. If you're doing an interview with a guy and he's asking you questions and your man's saying no, babe, because no offense, a lot of the times you women, you guys will tell on yourselves. Have you guys seen these interviews where the man will ask a question and then she's like saying all the guys she likes, or she starts saying all this stuff and then she looks like she's kind of been drinking. So, you know, you might not know how you're going to go off. Maybe he was saving her from something. He knows her better than anybody. Hence probably why he was saying we good. She kept going, oh, let's interview. That's where you went wrong. But again, I think they're both wrong. First off, man should not be yelling. You should not be getting in your girl's face. You guys already know I'm not big on that. No man should be screaming and yelling and getting in your face. But at the same time, he did say we good. And that should have been your token to be like, okay, babe, let's go. If I was trying to walk down the street with my man, we had a few drinks or whatever, and some guy tried to interview me, there wouldn't really be an interview. Why? Because I would have just kept walking. I am very big on, like, I can shut you out. You can be, hey, and this is me by myself or when I'm with my partner. Unless it's like somebody calling me over for like, oh my God, Tay, I seen your content. I'm never going to be mean to a fan. I'm never going to be rude to somebody who loves my content. But just like a random guy or something like that, I'm very good and trained to know not to do that stuff. And my partner's never told me anything about the way that I conduct myself because, again, I don't do anything wild. But take it from me. If you're a woman and you're starting to do street interviews, whether you're with your dude or not, just keep it pushing. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you guys always put your foot in your mouth. Just keep it pushing. These interviews need to be done for. And the people interviewing people, I think you guys should get to a point where you should stop. Like, all the harassment, all the craziness, the way people act when they're drunk, breaking your mics and doing all that stuff, to me, it's not worth it. I would be pissed if somebody hit me and then dropped my mic. Do you know how expensive Rode mics are? Do you know how expensive cameras are? But I'm not defending the man because, again, the man should never scream and yell like that. If I tell my partner, hey, babe, let's go, and you don't go, I'm going to walk without you. I don't need to get in your face and hit you and act crazy like a psycho. I'm not like that. If you're not going to listen to me when I say, hey, babe, that's enough, and you still want to talk to the girl, do whatever you want, peace, enjoy talking to her. You ain't going to be with me.
Well, you know, I like what Tay is talking about, but I would say, you know, if that was her friend, you know, you just let her say something stupid. As long as ain't nobody putting their hands on her or she ain't going anywhere in some back alley, let her ruin herself for Instagram. You have to. With these modern women, you have to. They will not listen to you, bro. They're not listening, man. You sit up here, you scream, and now you're all over the internet looking like that. For what? And now she looking at you like, oh, why you do that? But if that's your girl, now you got a whole nother problem. Now you got a whole nother issue because she not listening to you, Doc. She don't want to hear nothing you got to say. And at that point in time, once again, you arrive at the same, basically the same point. She not got to listen to me. She ain't listening to nothing I got to say. Why am I getting if I'm not married to the woman, then I'm not legally bound to her. After we get home, it's done. If you're going to keep on acting like that, after, you know, we might have a talk about it, like a long talk about it. And after that, if you decide you're going to keep on doing what you're doing after I explain to you my reasoning, if it's actually a big deal. Nope. Move on, brother.
So this black woman messaged me and she was like, I feel as though you empathize with black men, but you don't empathize with black women. Well, the reason why I empathize with black men is because black men are the most disrespected out of all the races in the world, right? Black men are the most disrespected by their woman, meaning the black woman, right? There is no other race in the world where women think that it's okay to disrespect their man the way that black women disrespect black men. And here's the crazy part about it. Let's go to the statistics. Let's go to the facts. Black women are the least likely to get married. Black men are getting married at higher rates than black women. Black men are commodities. If you go to any place around the world, most women want black men. Black men are commodities. But for whatever reason, black women don't see that. And then they are entitled and think that they're supposed to come with all this baggage, be out of shape, have all these kids, out of marriage, and just be really a hot mess. And then a black man is just supposed to be like, well, I should just settle for this. The black woman really thinks that the black man should be happy with settling with their nonsense and foolishness on top of being combative and disrespectful. Why would a black man deal with that when he can go get a woman from another race that is going to not have kids the whole nine and want to actually get on his program? I'm going to need black women to wake up.
Hi, I'm sorry, but I'm from America's Next Top Model, and I don't know who you are, but you're out here talking about black excellence.
Yes.
What are you promoting?
So I'm a streamer, you know. I also make music. I don't know if you know Fred Again is and Skepta. I have a song nominated for a Grammy with them, Victory Lap.
Really?
Yes. And I am nominated for Streamer of the Year. Music streamer, best stream series, best stream
How do I
collab.
support you?
Make sure y'all vote. Vote. Exercise the right MLK fought for. Vote.
Period.
All platforms. Grammys and Streamer of the Year. Let's do it. Come on.
Okay, are you going to
Yes.
give me a little smooch?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know what?
I can't. Love though. I'm out. Oh my God. What the f happened?
And you guys were filming stuff obnoxiously with every single person who recognized him. I don't even know this guy. I literally am running an empire right now and have no clue who I don't have X and don't even have the time to log in and sign up. To you after his little outburst, he probably don't even date black women. But I said to you guys very clearly, please don't use that footage. And I don't know what collegiate level you guys are at, if you guys went to college or whatever. But I asked you not to use that footage. Not only did you use the footage, but out of everybody there, you talked to a lot of people. We heard you a mile away. That was the only footage that you used.
But he walked away from me so disrespectfully. And it doesn't matter about America's Next Top Model. You don't ever depart from a real woman in that nature. Ever. You played yourself. And good luck with that Grammy. Good luck. I really genuinely hope you get it. Because that's probably going to be the height of everything that you get. But that's not none of my business. It's between you and God.
There has been no man that I have met who I felt like could give me what I wanted out of life and would be in addition to the life that I've built for myself. And that is such a peaceful place to have gotten to.
Is that a cat? I think that's a cat behind her. A cat or a dog? Anyways, what are you guys looking for? What specifically are you guys looking for? Because a lot of times I see women come on the internet and they go, oh, I've built this life for myself. I can do all this for myself. And I need a man who can give me something different than that. He can't be doing all the stuff that I can do for myself because I can already do that, right? So what are you guys looking for in addition to what you've already built or what you can do for yourself? Because I can't think of anything that you guys, I don't even think you guys know what it is that you're looking for. You just say that because it's easy to say, but you guys don't truly know what you want.
Like my question, don't take it personally in the aspect of you wanting to address or attack me, but what the is this victim mentality that you guys have for black men? Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of you guys are very and a lot of the time that you guys walk into situations and places and spaces that put y'all in positions on purpose. So like I'm trying to understand and reason this victim mentality that you guys have.
Did you just say that?
I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to reason and validate you guys' but like y'all are coming up with the most
What is the question? Hello, I'm talking. You're supposed to ask a question, not a sir. Yes, I'm talking. It's a question. It's supposed to have a question mark at the end, young lady, not a period, not a comma, and not an exclamation point. I know you went to a D1 school. They ain't teach you the difference between a question and a statement, nigga. Oh, you're so smart, but you don't know the difference between a goddamn sentence, a question, and a mother goddamn comment. Now, what is the question, ma'am? Please.
That ugly money.
The question, you weren't listening.
I was.
That ugly money.
You asked the question and you tried to answer it before the finish asking the question. What's up with this victimization of your man? It just feels like y'all are. How you gonna ask a question and answer the before we get a chance to ask the motherfucker?
Gonna challenge you whenever you speak. Just
no, I just want another question.
You're not in. If you're not used to a woman that's gonna.
What is the question?
And you're still screaming?
Please.
Shut up.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to talk. Goddamn.
Still no question. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. I got a question, but I'm gonna answer it before I goddamn ask it. And before I finish asking it, I'm gonna answer it for you and keep on asking it. Yes. Girl Math 101. 6 plus 6 is 17. She said it, not me. Thank you for that question, Queen.
Look, I need some interesting people to come on my podcast. I need some interesting people to come on my show. You got a story to tell. You got a product to promote. You got an album releasing or a single. Hey, man, come on the Ugly Money Podcast. One of the biggest podcast platforms in the Southeast. It's bigger than radio. I do more views than TV. You definitely want to tap in. Just DM me the word interview. Pound sign interview. Don't come broke. But no, you know what I'm saying? Let's go viral. Like this clip right here that you just seen. Yeah. See, it could have been you. He was playing. He about 3'5" to me. Kept me like his dumbass.
So men, I need you guys to stop molding women who do not want to be molded. Yep. So here's what a lot of women know. A lot of women know that men tend to fall a lot harder when it comes to being in love with a woman, right? So if a woman can get you to fall in love with her, she knows that she has almost like control over you, right? Because women can fall in love 2, 3, 4 times a year, whereas men don't really fall in love like that. So when they actually do really fall in love, right, they tend to stay in situations that do not best serve them because they want to fix the situation. Because you guys are natural fixers. You guys want to resolve issues, right? You're very solution-based. It's just in a man's DNA. But women will use this against you and literally manipulate you into staying into relationships that do not best serve you. And what will happen is you'll be trying to fix this woman. You'll be trying to mold her into what you want her to be. And you'll keep on trying to fit a circle into a square. It's never going to work. So my advice to you guys, men, let's normalize actually getting a woman who has the qualities that we want and then working with that instead of trying to mold, force, and fix a woman into what you actually want. It's slim pickings out here, but guess what? There still are some good women, and make sure you value yourself enough to get with one of them.
Why are men in their 50s only want young women? Because they're going through their midlife crisis, darling. When a man hits 50, they think they got one foot in the grave. And when they go get a young woman, they're trying to still keep their youth. So instead of going gently into that good night, they go get them a young woman to make them feel young again. Because they know they got that one foot in the grave. Like they're half of 100. Stop.
This is not to disrespect anyone. I'm only telling you what men think when you guys are online tearing men down. We seriously want to know, do you know what you look like? I'm talking about, do women really know when they're unattractive? Because when some of you talk down on men, we say to ourselves, look at her face. We say, and she had nerve to jump in front of a camera looking like that and then talk negative about someone. Do you women really know when you're too unattractive to be online shooting shots at someone? Do we need to start telling you guys when you're too unattractive to be online talking about someone? Because we will. This woman is in her 50s, littered in makeup, drawn on eyebrows, people's hair stapled in the top of her head. When you guys are online tearing men down, looking the way that some of you look, we say, but look at her lips. She has a permanent smile just like the Joker from the first Batman. We say to ourselves, where does she get the audacity? We say, is she crazy? And then we say, back to the streets with her. Turbulence, people.
You know, Stacy said, do these women know what they look like? The answer is yes, they do. Do we need to get online telling them what they look like? Probably so. You know, Janice, Cherie, I think it is. She's actually kind of funny. I think she's on TikTok, and I think she might be on Instagram now too. So go give her a follow. You know, she's pretty funny. I like her content. But, you know, it's kind of like she was saying something like, we don't call modern women losers enough. And we don't. We really don't. And you hate to say that about people. You're a loser. Your mentality is just that of a loser. And that's how modern women are. As a matter of fact, some of them know that they're not that cute, but they pick a feature on their face that it's actually a pretty good quality. And they say, well, I'm pretty because of this, and this. Right? And they hold to it. I don't got a problem with that. I don't think most men do. But I think the problem comes in when you start trying to trash men as if you look the best. And really what you go in and do, like he was talking about, you go and put somebody else's hair in your head. You got 50 pounds of makeup on, and all of a sudden you think you have room to talk about somebody? Are you okay?
Girls always be asking, do guys have icks? Do guys have icks? Wait, what do guys say? Seeing you run. And it's not even like it's an ick, but it's like, I'm worried about you. Why are you this slow? Why? You don't have nothing in the tank. You can't get angry and just run a little bit faster. What if somebody was chasing you? Oh my. I'm getting mad thinking about it. Like, oh. And then some girls can't jump? Whoa. Okay. But yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense. So that's when, like, if your boyfriend is asking you to like hit the gym randomly out of nowhere after you guys did a TikTok trend running, he's scared for you, worried, and you gave him the ick. Now you know.
Are you guys single?
Yes, sadly.
So you are meeting guys at bars and clubs, and they are coming up and talking to you?
No. Guys do not come up to me. I don't know who's teaching y'all, but
that part. Would you prefer that guys walked up to you?
Yes, but like, it depends.
It's gotta be a good line. It's gotta be a good line.
Yeah.
Really strong line.
I think a guy walking up to you talking about, hi, how are you? My name is Joe. Yeah. What's good? Is a good line.
Yes.
Like, what's good? Yes. And what's your name?
If they notice that you're interested, like if we're making eye contact across the room or something, if a random guy just comes up to you out of nowhere and you weren't like giving him the signs that like you wanted him to, like that can be.
I'm convinced some women just want the wedding day and not a marriage.
Married?
Yeah.
You were married?
I was married. I was a married woman.
What?
Yeah.
How long were y'all married?
Not long, probably 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Such a great guy, amazing guy. Like, but we just didn't want the same things in life.
Okay.
He was okay with just love and, you know, going to church and having a family, going to work and raising kids. And
you
I was
feel like you
I
wanted
want more.
way more. Yeah, I get
more.
that.
And I shouldn't feel bad for wanting more.
Did you feel like you knew y'all weren't on the same page before you walked down the aisle? So why'd you do it? What was the reason?
That's a lot of pressure.
Okay.
When a man proposes to a woman, that's a lot. And in front of people.
I didn't want to let my community down. They thought this was beautiful.
Look, like, you're like, I gotta say yes. After that situation, I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to hear. Because someone should have told me.
Oh.
And I'm not gonna put that responsibility on them. But if someone would have been like, hey girl,
this ain't.
You're not even happy right now.
He was happy.
Yeah.
Man.
And that makes it harder.
Yeah.
You know, because you're like, you have someone that loves you. But at the end of the day, love is not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough because love is a choice. Are you going to...
So you heard her say her womanese, saying that he's a great guy. They've been married for 2 years and he's the one who wanted to be in love and family and church and God and all these great things. But she didn't want it. What did she want? She wanted to be a bop. That's exactly what she wanted to do. She wanted to be out in these streets. She had FOMO. I don't know how old she is. She looks in her mid-30s. I'm not gonna cap. But it just goes to show that a lot of women just want the title. They just want the, oh, I'm married. Somebody cared about me enough to get on one knee and propose and do this whole big wedding thing, and they don't even appreciate it. And it's funny to me because a lot of women will pray the Ciara prayer and want a Russell Wilson, and when they get him, they don't even know what to do. They say, oh, that's the boring guy. Like I always say, nice guys finish last. So after they finish running the streets, that's when they want to settle down with that nice guy. Gentlemen, don't be the nice guy. Be the first choice. Always be the first choice, because they'll do like this. They won't appreciate you. They will say you have no value, and they'll leave. Then they go back to the streets and get ran through again. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. And all I want to do is ask this young lady one question. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
My personal perception and what I've been through, you can't be too overly nice. Like, you could be nice, you could be a gentleman, but like, don't like overly do it in the beginning. Like, literally the beginning, I feel like the girl should be on you more. So I would say like do little shit, and then like kind of like just be cool. Like, don't be on her. Like, you know, or like, I got you these flowers today, and but don't overly text her like for a day or two. But like, do something that's gonna like stay in her mind. Like, oh, he did not have to do that. He did that for me. Bring her lunch on her lunch break or whatever.
I told y'all there's nothing to gain from being a great guy. There's no point of being a great guy. Literally, good guys finish last in dating. It's just is what it is. Like, don't be a bad guy, but don't be a great guy either. Just be an okay guy. I wouldn't even bring her flowers like she mentioned. Don't do the flowers. Don't even bring her lunch on her. No. Do things for her in the early stages that like the two of you can both enjoy, but like just don't be that good of a guy. Just be around enough to keep her interest and enough to where she doesn't think like, oh, he's really rude and disrespectful. But just don't do anything. Literally just be there in sense of, okay, hey, I want to go and take you out. Just vibe out with her. But that's it. Just vibe out with her. Don't do nothing for her. Literally do nothing for her. And she's going to like you, bro. She'll fall in love with you just because you did nothing for her. It's the guy that's doing everything for her that is getting nothing. There's a indirect correlation between what women want and what women say they want. And it's usually the complete opposite. And so if you want to keep a woman, just don't be a good guy. That is the best way to get a woman. Just be a decent guy.
Watch this lady.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for us.
So if you guys don't know the context in the video, that man is married, and she's the office probably, because why else would you go up to a man who's married and decide to feed him a pineapple? Now, it wouldn't bother me if a woman decided to give him a plate of food or give him something, because again, there's nothing wrong with offering people food when you're a nice person. There's women who are very nurturing and love to make sure that everybody else around them eats, especially, you know, Hispanic women, a culture thing. I don't know what culture feeds other people's men, but don't get your jaw rearranged thinking you're cute, because stuff like that is dumb as fuck. And I find it so funny that when he flung out the pineapple, the woman acts shocked and she's laughing. You knew what you were doing, one, because you guys still posted this, and then two, you're feeding a married man, and then people in the comments are saying, you know, this is how most men should be. This is the reason why I don't believe all men cheat. I see so many videos of men doing stuff like this, and kudos to y'all. I wouldn't cheat with somebody who's doing stuff like this. I wouldn't cheat at all, but if you're so easily tempted by a girl who probably does that to every single guy she comes across, man, you gotta get locked down. Seriously, you gotta lock it up. Me personally, though, this shit's disgusting. I would never want to do this with a married dude. I don't know what girls get out of doing stuff like this. There are so many single men, like more single men than there ever was in this world. I'll never understand wanting somebody else's man, especially because, like I said, I always say this, you guys, you never know how the wife is. You never know how the partner is. She could be triple crazy. She could come to your job and pop off. I know for a fact, if my husband didn't tell me this and I seen a viral video of this, I would wait for you to come outside of the job. That's all I'm going to say. I don't like when people what's mine. I feel like it's off limits, but you will meet your maker with somebody like me. Leave me the alone. Leave mine the alone. I'm glad he actually didn't like intervene with a woman like that, because it's disgusting.
You know, these women, they're not getting approached because they be trying to turn brothers down. That's why they're not getting approached. There's no reason to sit. You wasting your breath. You wasting your time. They gotta, because what they originally said was they gotta have a really good line. And what she just said is, I think a good line is, and gave them a normal everyday line that most men would say. Normal everyday, oh yeah, that is a good line. Modern women, they can't think for themselves, man. They can't think for themselves. And they don't. They don't. It's like, yeah, you know, if there was a good looking guy, a fantastic looking guy that were to say that to me, then yes, I would. And what I mean is, you know, he might look cute, but he's too short. Oh, his face card, his body is T, his face card ain't declining, but he's too short. He's just a tad bit too short for me. Like when you say too short, what do you mean? Oh, he's 5'9", 5'10". But how tall are you? I'm 5'4", 5'5". Man, y'all gotta stop talking stupid. Y'all have to stop talking stupid. So they're gonna be single forever.
When women present to me on paper, right, he's everything. He's good looking, he treats me well, comes from a good family, he's kind, he's generous, he has a good job. What the is missing? Pick the guy. You guys are crazy. What do you want? You want him to use you?
Settle.
You want him to treat you like
Never been in
There's
a toxic
something about
relationship.
women. You guys want a guy who's kind of got a rough edge to him. You guys want a guy who kind of treats you like a. I think there's something there when women can say on paper he's everything. Pick the guy then. What is missing? Tell me.
Compatibility.
Compatibility. Imagine if I sat here and said, she's beautiful, she's amazing, she treats me kindly, she's a virgin, whatever, all the things that men care about. She's all the great things, you know, but I just didn't feel the vibe, you know, I didn't feel the vibe. That's never gone through my mind. Trust me, the vibe will be there if everything on paper is there. You want the jerk, you want the bad boy, you want the guy with a bit of edge. That's dysfunction, just saying.
You guys wouldn't do this, but like hypothetically, how many guys do you think you could get with in a day if you wanted to?
Millions.
Infinity. Yeah. Infinity. If I wanted every single one of these guys, I could have them.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Right?
Anybody.
So if a guy came over here, you asked him, you think he would say yes?
Yes. There's no doubt.
100%.
No doubt?
No doubt.
Y'all down to test it?
Yeah, why not?
Things just got a little more interesting.
They were saying, would you hook up with any two of them if you weren't married? If I wasn't married? Yeah. Hell no.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. Damn, why not? Because I'm gonna marry her in the future. Boring.
Okay, how about you? Would you sleep with us?
I personally no, I wouldn't.
Why?
Not really my type.
I'm just being honest.
Yo, my man. Real quick, you have a girlfriend? I'm single. All right. Ah, they ran. They ran.
Why are you running? Why are you?
She'll say, I don't respect men, they have to earn it. Okay, honey, what if guys said that to you?
I don't think women are mean enough, and unfortunately for us, out of survival, I don't think that we can be meaner in real time. I am someone, if you know me and you followed me for a long time, or if you know me in real life, I do not respect men. They are not a species in which I give respect to just because, like, they have to earn it, and if that, I still don't want to be around most men. However, I know my place in the world as a woman who is 115 pounds, is not going to be able to physically fight off a man in the instance he wanted to overpower me.
What if guys said that to you? If guys said, I don't respect you, I don't respect women, what would you label them in that second? I don't respect women would get a label of misogynist, woman hater, all the verbiage would be thrown out at them, right? What if they said, I don't respect you, you have to earn it, right? How would you receive that, honey? Would you receive it well? I'm willing to bet no.
I just take issue with the whole thing that it stands. For starters, like I said, the name of the platform, when people, and again, not to attack you guys personally, but they come on here, they say, oh, we're models, and my fans pay me this. You're not models. You guys don't have contracts with agencies. I think it is just a glamorized lifestyle that is really dependent on selling that lie to other young girls. But it's just a pyramid scheme financially. If you look at the way the money goes down, the top 1% of creators are earning basically all of the money. But I think what it particularly is a cultural pyramid scheme. And what I mean by that is that it's not that you're trying to get these young girls like in an MLM type thing where, you know, buy the new Mary Kay makeup, buy the new pair of leggings or something. You're trying to convince them. And you guys, no offense, are doing it just by sitting here and trying to normalize work and laughing about the cultural pyramid scheme angle of it is that you are trying to get girls to buy into the fact that doing it will not have any negative impacts on their life down the road, which is categorically false.
Women do stupid, they hurt us. I'll give you guys an example. Will Smith, legendary actor, sitting at a red table with his wife, and guess what happens? She goes ahead and says some stupid, oh, I had an entanglement, and in that instant, bam, career gone. Nobody remembers iRobot. Nobody remembers I Am Legend. Nobody remembers Men in Black. Nobody remembers Independence Day. Nobody remembers Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Nothing. All I remember seeing was Will Smith sitting at a table with red eyes on the verge of tears from his woman embarrassing him on TV. And he still hasn't recovered. Then he had the slap with Chris Rock. I give you guys that example to show you a man with a background like Will Smith, who's literally a legend in music and entertainment and acting in movies and TV shows, but his legacy has been tarnished because what? A stupid that wanted to be a right? That's facts. Bro went from I Am Legend to I Am Simp. Like, what's going on here? If a woman like that could destroy Will Smith's legacy, what the do you think is going to happen to you guys? Will Smith can't even save himself from these whores.
Boundaries are getting mislabeled as insecurity.
What are you guys?
Firefighters.
Would it be bad if a guy said, like, this was his red flag?
Yeah.
Why?
You're insecure. Yeah.
When someone can't tolerate a boundary, the easiest move is to make the person setting it feel wrong. Label it, belittle it, so they don't have to deal with it.
But what if you wanted, like, an exclusive vibe?
On another girl.
Even if the boundary itself makes sense.
If you were in Walmart in your underwear, how would you feel?
Uncomfortable? Yeah.
How do you feel right now?
I mean, Halloween.
They can see their own discomfort, but they can't see it in someone else when it clashes with what they want.
Don't want to be with a man that's insecure.
So if he doesn't want you just showing
That's toxic.
he's insecure.
Yeah.
And I know there are people that won't say anything so they can avoid the argument and the label that comes with it. But if you're generally bothered by your girl's joints bouncing up and down the sidewalk and you stay quiet, that doesn't make you confident. That makes you resentful. When every boundary gets labeled as insecurity, real communication stops.
Am I the for telling my wife she can't have it both ways? We've been married for 9 years. We're in our 30s and have 2 kids. For the most part, I think our relationship is great. We don't really struggle with jealousy or insecurity or like usually anything until recently. I know this makes me sound horrible, but I never really got along with one of her friend groups. These are some of her work friends she started hanging out with about a year ago. Nothing really against them, just don't really think it was my crowd. It's 2 married guys and 2 women who are divorced, one recently so. And the few times I've come along with the wife to hang out with them, it was mostly work talk, and I didn't find that particularly interesting. So usually I just stay home, care for the kids to save money on the sitter, and let my wife go. But I was clear with my wife that I just didn't really enjoy that particular group. And while I encouraged her to go out and socialize, I just didn't want to come. She was fine at first, but then the group started pressuring her into bringing me as the guys started bringing their wives around and one of the gals found a partner. So she was starting to feel awkward coming along without me. We argued for a bit, but after a few times, she said it was important to her that I come along, so I agreed. Well, to my surprise, it turned out I get along really well with one of the guys' wives. We just hit it off immediately because we're a very similar type of geek. So we just talk about TV or movies or anime while the others did their thing. I thought I cracked the code because now whenever spouses were invited to the hangouts, I could show up and have a good time, and I thought it'd make my wife happy. It did not. Instead of her being happy that I'm coming, she's now acting jealous and saying that it's weird how close I'm getting to the woman. I told her that it's not weird. She's just the one person I get along with well in the group outside of her. My wife asked if I would make more of an effort to not just interact with her, and I said, no. I again said that the choice was hers. She could invite me to the hangout or not invite me, and I would respect it.
Yeah, the wife is doing too much, man. You know, I didn't want to come in the first place. I'm fine at, staying at home with the kids, but you can go have a good time if you want to. No, I want you to come. I don't want to come. I want to stay at home with you. I don't really have a connection with anybody. If you say we're going up there for 30 minutes, okay, I think I can swing it. But they're probably up there for probably about a couple of hours. And if these things are becoming relatively frequent, then I have to be up there for a little while, just talking about stuff for a couple of hours. I have to swing it for a couple of hours. I don't want to do that. What's happening is you're trying to force me to do what I was doing, and I don't want to go back to doing that. I found a sweet spot. She likes what I like. I like what she likes. We found something in common. Let's just talk about that. I'm sure they come in and say they pleasantries to everybody else. They might talk or whatever and whatnot. So what was it? So, and they, kind of meet, man, you see what happened on that TV? Yeah, man, that episode was crazy. And whatever they talk about. But now, for whatever reason, oh man, y'all talking a little bit too much. You getting a little bit too close. Well, what do you want me to do? I can stay home if you want me to. I don't have to come. I was only talking to her because it seems like she's the only one that, I have anything in common with. But I can stay at the house if you want me to. No, I would rather you just come and then continue to be bored, continue to be miserable, knowing that she wouldn't have that same standard for herself. She'd stay at home with the kids. Probably stay at home, take the kids to her mama's, and be at home for the next couple of hours with a glass of wine.